Are donors pledging to give your nonprofit money and then poof, they vanish into thin air? Give me the next 5 minutes and I will walk through my donor follow-up framework that ensures when a donor gives my clients a pledge, that is as good as money in the bank. And if you don't have time to write out your follow-up emails, just raise your hand below and I will give you the 5 email templates that I use. If you don't know me yet, I'm Dan. I'm a 4x nonprofit founder and I've helped new nonprofits raise over $3 million for their missions. You put in a lot of work to get a donor to say yes. And when they say yes and an amount, you want to celebrate, but you know that so often that pledge turns out not to result in a check. You've probably tried to push hard to get the donation at the meeting, sent more and more desperate reminders, and maybe even given up on believing donors when they say something. How is it possible that a donor can look you in the eyes, pledge to give to your cause, and then not? Yes, sometimes life comes up and things just happen. And you might lose a pledge due to a family emergency. But in general, when donors say they're going to give you money, they want to. It's just that times are different now than how fundraising used to be. While there's no specific data on how many new messages our donors get per day than their counterparts 50 years ago, we can get some idea from the ad industry. We know that people today are receiving the number of ads they saw in a day in an hour. And our donors are inundated with messages and offers and calls for their attention from their phone, from their computer, from their email. This is this 3-step follow-up system that I've implemented with my clients to bring more of those pledges into the bank. Number 1, when you are on the call with a donor, if a donor cannot donate then, set up a 15-minute phone call to answer any questions or help with the process if necessary. Set that up for 3 to 4 days from the time that you are asking for that donation, and that gives you an immediate opportunity to come back to that donor and deal with any roadblocks that have gotten in the way of them making that pledge. Number 2, immediately after your conversation with the donor, send an impact email. Send an email talking about how excited you are to receive this gift and what the specific impact of that gift will be, with pictures if it's helpful. And then the next day, call that donor to ensure they got your email. And then number 3, have an email reminder sequence set to send out every 7 days until that gift comes in, that patiently asks questions about the process and inquires whether the donor is ready to give yet. If you utilize these 3 steps, you're going to stay in front of your donor in a polite, engaging way. Instead of just hoping that the donor will remember to complete their pledge, you are continually setting another engagement with that donor to keep following up with them. Now, you could try to implement this yourself tomorrow, and if you have 1 or 2 donors, it might work. But if you have 20 or 30 donors that you're consistently calling on each week, it might be challenging. Instead, just grab my email templates. Raise your hand below this video and I'll give you my follow-up email templates from the impact email all the way through the end of the cycle that encourage donors in a respectful way to get back with you if they have questions and to actually submit their gift. This is the same follow-up sequence I've used to bring in gifts that donors had pledged but not actually given. If you want that, raise your hand below this video and I'll make sure that you get it. This is Dan, your nonprofit mentor, and I will see you on the next video.